Well, hello world and welcome to Real Cooking at Home. My name is Mark and today we are doing a Southern classic. This is true Southern food. This is true Southern soul food. Now, when I was growing up and I was a little boy, we would go out and get the collards and they would come in these big leaves, huge leaves with a big thick stalk down the middle, and you'd have to take the stalk out, cut the collard greens up, wash them like 4 or 5 times to get all that grit off of them. But these days, I take a whole lot of help from the store, and I have got 4 pounds of washed collard greens in the bag. I'm also going to use 2 large ham hocks, a load of garlic. This is about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I've got a large onion, sugar, some red pepper flake, some olive oil, the seasoned salt of your choice. I'm just using this one today. 3 bay leaves, and that's it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my onions and my garlic to get them ready to go in my pot. But right now, I'm going to layer my pot with a couple of rounds of olive oil. This is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in your pot. And go ahead and get this turned on so we can start warming up. Now my garlic, I'm just going to bash it up just like this. Take these skins off of it. Real easy. No muss, no fuss. Just remove all your skins because this is just going to get thrown right over in that pot. Now, when I was growing up, Mama didn't put onions in her collards. But I've just found that I love the flavor of onions. I just think they go in almost anything like this when you're cooking robust and hearty food. I just love onions. Now, you're going to take these and you can slice these super duper thin. Now my onions are super thin. Toss them in my pot. Hear that sizzle? That's what you want, y'all. Onions and garlic. Give those a stir. Get them all coated up in that olive oil. Now y'all, you're going to want a big pot for this. Even though these greens will shrink on down, you're going to want a big pot to start. So this is my little Kaplan pot. I love this pot. I got it on sale, y'all. $20 on a markdown. That's my kind of deal. Now, I've got that. I'm going to throw in my ham hocks and my bay leaves. And stir those around for a second. And these are going to go for about anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. Just let them sit here and do their thing. And y'all, I realized today I did not shave. So y'all have to forgive me for that. But I figured y'all would want a recipe more than you'd want me shaved. And it's no shave November anyway. So there you go. Since I cut those onions so thin, they're just melting down really good and caramelized. Now it's time to put in your greens. Now go ahead and just load your pot down. And just give them a push down in. You gotta manhandle them. And all of them should fit, barely. Now some of y'all are probably thinking, that's a lot of greens. And it is a lot of greens, but it'll cook down. And those greens will just cook down into that liquid and it'll be fantastic. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle over my sugar. Don't worry, this is not going to make them too sweet. I'm going to put in my apple cider vinegar. I'm going to put in just a pinch of red pepper flake because I don't want these so hot that you can't eat them, but I would like to be able to tell that the red pepper flake is in there. So, I'm going to turn my pot up, and right here, I have got 8 cups of my homemade chicken stock. Now, if you don't have homemade chicken stock, you can go ahead and use the can. But this is my homemade liquid gold chicken stock, just like that. And it is so good, y'all. And I think I've got a video on that, and if I do, I'll link that in the description. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover this up, bring it to a rolling boil, let it boil for about 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to give them a stir, turn them down to a simmer, and they're going to simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's all there is to it. Now these have come to a rolling boil, and I had stepped out on the porch. They boiled for about 10 minutes, but I'm just turning them now. And the good thing about me using that homemade chicken stock, y'all, if I feel like I need to add some water to these, I can add a cup of water and it won't take away from the flavor because that stock is so rich. But right now, I'm going to turn these down to about medium-low, stick a lid on them, and let them go for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll come back and I'll taste them for season and then let them cook a little bit longer. But right now, I'm going to go out and get on my smoker, get it going because I'm doing a pork tenderloin tonight smoked to go along with these greens. Don't that sound good? Okay, now our collards have been going for about 45 minutes. And right now I'm fixing to add some of this seasoned salt. Now I'm just going to add a teaspoon at the time, stir it in and give it a taste. You want to use your seasoned salt to your taste, so your taste preference. So just add a little bit at a time, give it a stir, give it a taste. And once they get right perfect, right where you like them, turn the heat back up, bring them to a boil for about 20 more minutes, and it'll be time to eat. Okay, so our collards is ready. I've pulled me some out into a bowl. I've let them cool down for just a second so it won't burn my mouth. But first off, any true Southerner knows you've got to take this corn muffin or a piece of cornbread and slop it down in that juice. Just like that. Y'all, this reminds me of my childhood. These green. They're hot. They were so good. Y'all, if you've never had collard greens, please make this recipe. Leave us a comment in the comment box. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, just get in the kitchen and cook. Bye, y'all.